Hello, I'm in Kobayashi, and if you're wondering about the vacancies on my bookshelf, it is because I filled out pretty much every book that I mentioned in the tag, which is a lot of book. I have stacks. This is the Create a Town tag. It was created by Read with Marina Ray. I saw her original video whenever she did it, and it was awesome, and she said I should do it, so I'm doing it. So first of all, pretty much you're just creating a fictional town from all the bookish wonderfulness that you consume, and I think that's lovely. So first of all, we have pick a town name using 5 different books and 5 words from those books. So first of all, we have the city of Hidden Norrell. Yes, my town is called the city of Hidden Norrell. Why? I don't know, it sounded the least terrible out of all the suggestions I made. Second of all, I get to create a fictional family. This was super fun. I did it mostly out of like an eccentric group of people that I thought would be awesome siblings, and just a humorous pair to put all together. Stella Jackson as my mother because she's awesome and incredible and like lovely human being. Matthew Cuthbert as the father. Not that I would think that they would ever be married or anything like that, although it probably could work out. Like, they're both the sweetest human beings ever. Like, I don't think they'd be like naturally attracted to each other, but I think they could make a good marriage out of just like love and compassion. The children come in and it's great. We have Sunny Belvedere, who is this like 1-year-old genius who has amazing teeth and is just hilarious. Then for the older teen who's completely off a rocker and eccentric, we have Winter Blackburn Hale, who I can just see the two of them together, and who would be best friends if they lived in the same world would be, again, I can't not put her in here, Anne Shirley would definitely be like Winter's best friend. They would just talk about things and be like, yes! We see the world, and Sunny would just be there being like, talking her gibberish language that they would hopefully understand because they'd be her siblings. You need that like older but also eccentric but also academic version, and that would be Gansey. And he's awesome, so I can't imagine why he wouldn't be in this book. And then every family needs a crazy aunt. And I was like, oh, who is gonna be the crazy aunt? And then I thought of her and I was like, this is awesome. Mrs. Bennet would be the crazy aunt, and she'd be trying to get like Winter and Anne to marry, and they'd all be like, and I thought it was bad with my daughters, but they're already married, and yes, they might have had affairs and run off, but it's okay. At least they're not crazy. It'd be hilarious. I would love to see that dynamic. And truly, Mrs. Bennet, Winter Blackburn Hale in the room. So I'd just be like, I got nothing on this. And she'd be like, Gansey, my son, you're rich and eligible, you need a wife right now. And then pick a fictional place. If you know me, there is no competition in there. There is only one place that my town could be located, and only one place I would be satisfied with it being. And that would be Narnia. The great land, the great, beautiful, wonderful land that I desperately want to go to since I was a little girl. And pick a town sheriff. Kelsier from Mistborn. I think he'd be an amazing sheriff. He'd be also incredibly talented and would be able to very much defend the land that they have and protect their integrity and their love and their way of life. So I think it would be great. Kelsier is definitely my vote. He's just very willing to put others' needs and wants above his own, and I think that's a really good and altruistic need for a sheriff. For town mayor, I would totally say Radu from And I Darken. He is so diplomatic and nice and beautiful. I have to say that. But he is just so lovely and wonderful, and also really smart and wise and good with people, and I think he would make an incredible mayor. And then pick a school principal. I was like, I don't know any teachers or like who I would want, and then I was like, Muriel Stacy. I know I keep on mentioning Anne of Green Gables. It's okay. All of us have to have one book that we mention all the time. And she's just so wonderful, and she promotes like generosity and learning, and also like learning from your mistakes. She's super awesome, and I'd want her as a teacher and a principal. I can't really imagine her in Narnia, but I'm sure she'd be able to adapt well. And then the bar owner in the town. You have to say, there is no one who would be flashier or more amazing, and that would be Maggiano from the Rose Society in the London Elite series. I think he would be incredible. His dreads would just be like, all the women would be like, oh, you're so cool, and he'd be like making drinks, and then Raffaele would come in and it would be just fun. And then we need a town rebel, and that would be Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer is the natural Tom. He is such a rebel, such a beautiful manipulator. He just convinces people to do things because he convinces them that that's what they want to do, and he just gets away with everything. And I think that even though he's set in like 1800s US, he could totally live in Narnia and get away with it, and he'd probably have like magic abilities and it would be great. So picking a town doctor was hard for me. I was like, who are we gonna have as a doctor? I thought Kimberly Chang, and then I was like, I don't know if she'd fit into it. And I was like, this town is a little bit eccentric and weird. We need someone a little bit more weird than Kimberly, even though I love her. She's from Girl of Translation. But I am definitely going to pick Dr. Jekyll from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Mind you, Dr. Jekyll is a very nice, polite man in the 18th century. He is very sophisticated, but very eccentric and dedicated to his craft, and I could definitely see him as the town doctor in this place. He'd be great. I would have long conversations. It'd be a lot of morality and cool stuff. It'd be fun. And he'd save people, as long as his darker side does not come out and murder people. Don't try syrup. And then maybe if we get rid of Dr. Jekyll, we can just hire Dr. Frankenstein. He's not actually a Frankenstein doctor. That's a lie. People miss that. He's a dropout college student. Yeah. And you tell me, like, don't drop out of college. You won't go anywhere in life. Well, Frankenstein created life and he's a college dropout, so really, is college going to help me create life? I didn't think so. I'm sure he could use in like a magical world where people are gonna die. Frankenstein might be able to come in handy if he's not having like metaphysical breakdowns about what he did in life. Yeah, it might be an issue. It's okay, I love your book. And a town villain. Lara cool. I love this lady in the most like I hate you way ever. She's awesome, she's ruthless, she makes a villain, especially in the setting of my crazy town where she would totally not get along with anyone. But also wreak havoc, but also be like, it's gonna be great. Let's start some beheading. Make sure that Frankenstein has some patience to stitch it back together, if you know what I mean. See, they'd be great friends. Enemies, like frenemies, like you don't like you, but you create my demand in life. I can see this as like a weird fan fiction. And then the rising star of this land. See, we need someone to work with against Lada and to defend these people. And I'm voted for Uhtred. He's great. I love him. I think he would be a little bit like off-kiltered from the rest of the people, but he'd be like, there's a line from Wicked which says, the greatest heroes are the rehabilitated. And I feel like he'd be rehabilitated. I think I just said a real potato. I think Uhtred would be great. He fits in like the historical setting, because I feel like Narnia is one of those places which has a lot of magic but like doesn't explore the deep magic system, so I think it would work well with this. We have two bookish landmarks we need in it. And I can't resist this one. I know it's cliche and I kept the answers out of it for the rest of them, but Hogwarts. I want Hogwarts. I really like castles. Castles are cool, magical schools are cool. I think if you mix Hogwarts and Narnia, that would be cool, you know. And then another one, it was hard to just pick one, but I would definitely pick Pemberley. I really like castles again. Pemberley is the place of residence of Darcy in Pride and Prejudice. I want that also. I want to live there. Especially the one that appears in the Keira Knightley version, because I feel like that would be really cool and it's beautiful, and there's the statues and loveliness and piano playing and Georgiana's suite, and like, I'm just assuming they're all in Narnia. Pride and Prejudice in Narnia. Fan fiction also. Okay, I hope that you enjoy this. If you want to do this, I totally recommend that you do it. I would have tagged people, but like by the time that I figured out all the books I was going to do, that was just way too much in my life. Anyways, yeah, do the tag, make your land, it's fun. Thank you, Marina, for making this. You're genius and brilliant and lovely, and thank you. Bye.